Hello everyone and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. Hope you had a great week. Today we are building in Sulani and we are building a tiny residential home, or actually a tier 3 small home if you want to get specific. I was in the mood to build something a bit beachy and summery now that it's full on summer. The heat is here, excessive heat warnings, all that stuff. So I wanted to do something where I could kind of just have fun in an island, I guess. That's what I'm looking forward to. So speaking of summer, if you aren't aware, The Sims is having a summer sale from now until July 10th on up to 60% off different packs. Also, now's your chance to pre-order Enchanted by Nature, which releases also on July 10th. And feel free to use my creator code at checkout when you're purchasing these items to support me as a creator. Thank you so much in advance if you do. Appreciate it very much. But yeah, to the build. So I wanted something that was a bit more, well, it's obviously tiny, but it's going to be modern-ish. I called it the Tiny Sandcastle because I colorized the exterior to kind of resemble sand. While it's not like exactly like the pretty sand that you might see on the ground in Sulani, it's kind of like a nice sandy color. It's by no means a castle, but for a tier 3 small home or a tiny house, it actually packs quite a bit. You have a small living room, a full bedroom, a full bathroom, and then a kitchen and dining room. So not bad. I kind of wanted to go a little smaller, but I'm just not ready for that part yet. Like, I don't know. Just doing a full-on tiny square is just, I struggle to fit stuff in now as it is. So to do a tiny square is kind of like, oof, I don't know if I could do that. In some other Sims news, The Sims did release the gameplay trailer back on June 26th. If you haven't seen that, I will link that in the video description below. It's kind of like a more in-depth kind of walkthrough, showing off some more gameplay of the new expansion Enchanted by Nature. But something I was paying attention to was what's going on in the background. So in a couple of spots, I noticed, especially when the Sim was like tending and watering the plants, that there were like these floor-to-ceiling glass windows that also looked kind of frameless. It did seem like there was a seam between them. But in a couple of shots they did show those, I was like, oh, those look nice. Those will be great for modern house builds. I kind of want to see, like, obviously when we get the pack and stuff, how they work and, you know, kind of what kind of use cases, how they look, basically, how they would look with a modern house. Because they might look good in that kind of space, but maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. I just want to see what they're all about. There is also a new login event thing going on right now called the Nature's Calling event, which runs from now until August 5th. And in different weeks, you get different items such as a woodworking table, a chair, some rocks, some different cast assets and stuff like that. So very cool, kind of encourages you to play. And if you're not familiar with those, you know, they've had those in the past where basically you have to play and do different tasks and things and kind of complete a mission, kind of, or like a challenge, I guess, is a better way to call it. And to get these items, and you just have to do different things with Sim. But yeah, you basically have to play to get the items. But the nice thing is they did fix it where it saves with your EA ID. So you no longer lose the things if you have to reinstall the game, which is super helpful because the very original one, that was not the case. So I'm glad they figured that out and fixed that. But yeah, I actually haven't started the Nature's Calling event, but I really want to. And I'm probably going to do that probably tomorrow. I'm going to work on another build and probably get the week 1, since it just started, items. And then obviously there's week 2, 3, and 4. It runs for 4 weeks, but you have more than that to be able to do it because now it's like summer holidays and things like that. So people are on vacation and whatever. So yeah, they give you plenty of time to do it, which is nice. If you do want to grab the Tiny Sandcastle on the Sims 4 gallery, here is the gallery listing. It's a 30 by 20 house, 1 bed, 1 bath, and I used 9 packs/kits. The gallery will tell you what you need, but one of those obviously is the sleek bathroom kit. I absolutely love this one. I borrowed this bathroom idea in a house that I was working on, but then ended up scrapping. It was actually a really nice house, and I was working on the primary bath, which had this shower feature with like a roof skylight kind of thing. It looked really neat. But yeah, I ended up scrapping that build. I just couldn't get it to work, but I did borrow the shower. So the shower lives on in this particular house. So very nice, although not in the same way. This has a giant window overlooking like the blue ocean water, whereas the other one was more in a green lush world and didn't have a window in front of the shower or in the shower, but it was just that roof piece with glass. But yeah, very nice either way. This is the only bedroom in the little tiny house. And I kind of use the accent color of yellow, kind of like the flowery bits. You might see me use the furniture from Business and Hobbies here, the flower pattern. I thought that was kind of nice. Kind of encompassed some yellows, some pinks, and it felt very beachy without being like tiki beachy, if you know what I mean. It just seemed kind of nice and calm and relaxing. Just resizing a painting down here to a custom size because I didn't like the bracket keys resizing, kind of made it a bit too small. Now we're onto the kitchen. I put in full kitchen appliances. I did realize that I forgot the mailbox. So when I was playtesting, my sim was able to like go out back and sunbathe on the chair. But then after that, she couldn't get down. Like I was telling her to like go in the house and like go off the lot and just get out of my way. But like she wouldn't do that. And I realized that the mailbox, I forgot the mailbox. So it slotted itself right inside the front door, which caused massive problems. So yeah, just word of wise, if you download this house from the gallery, the mailbox is probably right inside the front door. And I would highly suggest you move it because, yeah, but I forgot that again, but it's okay. In my screenshots, you notice I did place the mailbox off to like the left side of the main staircase out front there. But yeah, on the gallery version, it is not there. Whoops, I'm so sorry. But yeah, that did cause major problems with, not placing it. So I have learned. I also don't think I did an outdoor trash bin. Now that I think about that, yeah, that's another thing I'm missing because, yeah, mailbox, trash bin, yeah, makes sense. But I don't know. I guess it's okay. You have the indoor trash bin, something. I mean, you could always hide one somewhere in the corner off the lot, but I don't know. I don't think it really needs it, truthfully. Just changing up the coloring. I thought the black was a bit much considering we had black around the windows and doors and stuff. So I did tone it down to white, and also the pillars or the supports of the house are also now white, which I think makes it feel a bit more sandy and beachy and just white and bright and clean. Using this debug fence, which kind of had a bit of it falling down, I kind of like that, but it was floating when you go to place it. So I'd use tool to kind of sink it into the ground a little bit to kind of make it feel like it belongs there or like it was there, although it's like the only piece there, but it's okay because it's like a nice sunbathing spot. We do some lit up palm trees. I think those are also a debug, but they are so nice because they light up at night in the darkness there, and just tying in the landscaping with the surrounding area here in Sulani. This is like, there is a house or a lot already here. It's just a 30 by 20, but it's kind of like this own little like private peninsula area. Nice little location, I think. A lot of Sims seem to jet ski by here, so you might notice that as well too. And a couple of screenshots, there's like somebody like jet skiing outside the windows or something. I don't know, it's kind of funny. I did think about putting this like floating airplane here, and I was thinking about like coral reefs and stuff, but then I thought that'd be kind of weird because there really isn't anything near the lot. I mean, there is that stuff off far enough away there, but I thought it'd be kind of weird to have like a little blob of it. So we don't do that, but I do some driftwood. And then I find the beach towel eventually. And I place that underneath the palm tree here. And yeah, I've replaced the tiki torches with actual functioning ones. And then we do this life ring here just over the railing. And your Sims actually do go up and down the ladder, which is nice. It took me a bit to figure that out, but it had to be deep enough water to be able to do that. So I guess it was deep enough there, which is nice. I was thinking about one of those boats, but I opt for a jet ski instead. So here is the finished tiny sandcastle. Again, you can find it on the Sims 4 gallery. My EID is just TheSimified, and you can find all my creations there. And yeah, this is the exterior with the water ski parked out back. And then we have the floor plan. And then we move on to the inside where you get to see the living room and the kitchen, dining room, bedroom, bathroom, and then we go back outside for some fun and just kind of showing around the lot. I did put in a burglar alarm, so that's important. There is a fire alarm as well, but that's hidden above the kitchen range hood. So yeah, we have a full dining room in here, which is quite nice. The only thing we don't have is like an office study area with a computer, but you could just get a laptop and place that on the table, which would probably work just as well. This is the only bedroom in the house, and I think it's quite nice having the open doors there to the back area. And this is the only bathroom to the house, and yeah, love this shower. It's really pretty. And then we move to the out back area where you can sunbathe and kind of swim around and have fun. But I do hope you enjoyed. I do thank you for watching, and I will see you very soon with another video.